Examinations measure student progress and guide their growth, but the physical mechanics required to run tests are actively burying educators in administrative busywork. The cycle begins long before the students pick up their pencils. Teachers stare at blank pages, trying to draft new questions, balance the difficulty levels, and map to the curriculum. Once the master document is finally set, the friction becomes physical. That single test has to be sent through large copiers and reproduced into hundreds of identical paper packets. Then comes the heaviest lift. After the exam, academic teams spend days, sometimes weeks, evaluating massive stacks of answer sheets by hand, line by line. This traditional paper-jammed life cycle turns the exam from a precise learning tool into a source of friction for everyone involved. When multiple teachers grade hundreds of papers late into the night, human fatigue sets in. The exact same student response can receive 3 drastically different scores depending on who is holding the red pen and when they are holding it. This drawn-out manual process creates a massive lag in the feedback loop. By the time students finally see where they went wrong, the class has moved on to the next unit, leaving them unable to correct their mistakes while the material is fresh. Meanwhile, the academic team is drained. The hours spent pushing paper and tallying scores eat up the time they could be spending developing better teaching methods or working directly with struggling students. The team at Point's EduLab observed this friction across multiple institutions and asked a question. What if technology could systematically simplify the examination workflow to support teachers, instead of adding another layer of complexity? Moving past this bottleneck means shifting the entire testing lifecycle from physical paper into a data-driven digital workflow. ExamGrader addresses this by moving the entire examination workflow onto an AI-powered platform. It starts by eliminating the blank page. Educators input specific parameters like subject, topic, and difficulty level, and the system instantly outputs a populated exam. It locks in the structural integrity of the test, ensuring a balanced mix of multiple choice, short answer, and essay questions. For the students, the test-taking experience remains unchanged, but afterward, smart scanning translates those physical answer sheets directly into the digital ecosystem. By converting physical ink into digital data, the platform allows for a hyper-efficient, parallelized grading process. This brings us to the core engine, intelligent evaluation. Instead of dividing the work, the system reads student responses by passing them through a central AI node that analyzes the text. Because the algorithm applies the exact same criteria, grading variations are removed, and output scores stabilize onto a level standard of measurement. But an accurate score is only the baseline. The AI actually processes the text to generate detailed performance insights. This diagram shows how a single test score expands into a multi-axis view of the student's mind. It isolates individual strengths, pinpoints specific weaknesses, and maps out exact cognitive skill gaps. The platform takes these insights, multiplying and layering them together into an aggregated heat map. This shows educators macro trends across the entire class, highlighting which concepts need to be retaught. ExamGrader extracts a high level of data from a standard set of answers, turning the test from a final endpoint into a high-resolution map of student capabilities. Zooming out from the software interface to the broader educational institution, the ultimate benefit of this system becomes clear. It is the reclamation of time. The hundreds of hours previously lost to drafting questions, running copiers, and tallying grades are now redistributed directly back to the academic team. In this new reality, teachers can focus on high-value human interactions. They can actively mentor students, refine their teaching methods, and guide those who struggle. Institutions gain a clear advantage as well. Evaluation cycles shrink from weeks to days, and administrators can base their academic decision-making on concrete data rather than intuition. Handling the administrative weight with software allows the educator to return their full focus to the needs of the students. Visit examgrader.ai